I'm Matt Fox coming at you live from Rostock, Germany. I am an American citizen. I'm from Los Angeles, as you can see, and I've been a registered Republican for over 40 years, I think. Um, the Republicans Party's got a lot going on with it. And today's program is all about Todd Blanche's confirmation. This is a confirmation that has no way any kind of positive effects for the citizens of America if Todd Blanche is put in there. The position of Attorney General of the United States is to be the people's lawyer and not the lawyer for the president or to look out for the president's good wishes. All right. Thanks for joining me. Like I said, I'm Matt Fox, and I sit in Rostock, Germany. Many of you may know me from Hollywood for the years before, and I've been out in Germany for the last 15 years, and it looks like it may be Blanche. Absolute no on Blanche. Many people in the political arena know somebody who is only in the political arena for ulterior motives. Not everybody goes into the political arena or puts themselves out there in that way for ulterior motives. Number one, it's a lot of pressure. Number two, there's a lot of responsibility there. And so if you feel that responsibility and you take that position to go into politics, that's something else. But to everything that comes from people like Todd Blanche, he's just, yes, I'm from the USA, from Los Angeles. Thanks for tuning in, Vika, and give me a like and a subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. So, what I was talking about is the Todd Blanche confirmation hearing. It has just been, his confirmation has just been advanced. That means that they will go on to a final vote. And I'm calling on, because I am a Republican, because I'm a Republican, I feel it's necessary for me to speak my voice in this regards. Donald Trump is a criminal. Donald Trump is a criminal, and Todd Blanche was his lawyer when he got convicted. So this guy is going to be Trump's lawyer no matter where he goes from now on. Every conversation that they're going to have, anything that they ever just, you know, chatted about, none of that shit. We'll never know. A no on Blanche. No on Blanche. This guy called the Epstein survivors to his office. Up to his office, and then he pretty much disrespected him. He pretty much disrespected them. He made them feel like they were bothering. What do you do for a living? I'm an author. I'm an author. I write books. That's my book right there. A Crazy Life. Nobody said this shit was gonna happen. If you read it, I guarantee you'll laugh your ass off. It's more or less my life from the age of 0 to the age of 25. So, but it would be certainly something that would surprise you. Come back to me after you read it. Nevertheless, the thing that's going on with Todd Blanche is this dude had the Epstein survivors in his office. These are girls, ladies now, who were 20 years ago little girls, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, maybe some older. Who knows? But Donald Trump was actively recruiting girls. If you go to my page on the YouTube, my YouTube channel, you will see a document from the FBI. It's not AI, it is a document, original document from the FBI that says that Trump was actively recruiting girls. And there's information that I have double checked that shows that Trump was still sending girls to Jeffrey Epstein even in like 2016 after he had already been convicted of, yeah. Um, so put all that aside, it's what everyone knows. Trump will, in the next election, everyone knows Trump will fail. Yeah, you're right about that, Vika. Um, he's not even going to get to the next election if the midterms go through without them somehow cheating Americans or robbing Americans, should I say, of their vote in the midterms because people are fed up. People are fed up with paying over $4 a gallon for gas. People are fed up with paying more at the grocery store than before. And people are fed up with having to, you know, give in their last few dimes so they can give them to their kid because their kid needs it for school. I mean, how many times has it come that just some little thing will just take every cent that you have when you know you need it, but you still got to give it out? And this is what I'm talking about. Donald Trump was talking about making America great again. He ain't making anything great again. All that bullshit he's doing with the fucking the swimming pool or what you call it, the reflecting pool and the freaking East Wing ballroom that he's building and the Arc de Trump and all that other shit that he's doing. Hey, he's using money for things like that, but Americans are paying more out the ass for health care. Americans are paying more out the ass for gas. Americans are paying more out the gas for everything. And farmers are pissed. Farmers are super pissed. They're paying more, so much more for fertilizer now, for their fields and stuff. I mean, they got to get this stuff. They're mad. They're fucking soaking mad. So the ranchers are also mad up in Wyoming and Montana. They're mad as a mother trucker too. Fucking Trump cut a deal with Argentina for 40 million bucks and gave him 40 million bucks worth of beef, or I'm sorry, allowed them to sell 40 million bucks worth of beef or something like that. I can't remember how it went, but he screwed the ranchers somehow in a way where like they lost out in a big way. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's not for me to say, but in the end, Donald Trump's lawyer is Todd Blanche. And I'm talking about this, what's going on right now and in the future in regards to Todd Blanche's nomination. He needs to be stepped on like the bug that he is and put out of political office and disbarred for his illegal fraud that he has conveyed on the citizens of the United States by writing this document for Trump and magically making him immune from prosecution for anything that he, his kids, or any of his business partners do in regards to the IRS and any kind of audits and stuff like that. Yeah, Trump gave Argentina 40 billion. Right. Thank you, Stan. Thanks, Stan. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. All right. Don't be a bad guy. Be a good guy. Give me that. Give me that sub. Hey, listen. I'm telling you, this nomination of Blanche for the AG that just can't go through. That just cannot go through because the nomination was bad enough. This guy has got no proper legal ethics going on. All right. And what I'm repeating what I hear. Thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate you talking about that. And you talk you talking about me repeating what I hear. Yeah, a little bit of that is true. I'll give you that. But you sometimes have to look at the things that the other people are not seeing. All right, you have to know about me being a political science. Political science, political science, and what you call it, behavioral science uh, uh, graduate will tell you that the things that are going on with the Trump administration aren't normal. All right? That stuff that's going on is not normal. Okay? So, the radical left and the radical right, it does not make a difference at this point. You have to stop thinking about right and left and Republicans and Democrats. You have to start thinking as a person. All right. Now, the Trump administration, a lot of his MAGA followers seem to want to lean on the Bible a lot. They want to seem to bring those Christian beliefs into their politics. And that's where we have a misunderstanding because they're now, as I said, I'm a Republican. I know this. I know that the Republicans do this, especially now that they've been indoctrinated into the MAGA cult. Many of them who stand with Trump. It's going to be, yeah, Stan, you're right. It's probably going to come to that. The midterms, it's going to be either in the midterm time or I don't know. Nevertheless, Trump has divided the country, and people do not all want to think the same way or be told that they have to decide the same way. It's like Trump saying that jukeboxes don't play good music. You know what I'm saying? So all jukeboxes have to play only freaking YMCA or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of shit. If Trump doesn't like something, like a comedian, then he wants to get him thrown out of the business, like Stephen Colbert. So, and Jimmy Kimmel. You know what I'm saying? So hold on, I got Brandy. Hey, how's it going, Brandy? Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, okay? Hold on a second, I've got you. Hold on. I know what Trump is doing is getting rid of the yeah. You're right, Brandy. And communist socialist. Yeah, Brandy. If you watch my short that I did earlier today, I did a short earlier today, and I talked about that specific thing. I really did, and that's where there's going to be a problem. The Trump administration, there's I don't know if you guys have been paying attention on, but I've been watching and hearing about some stuff, and there was something that I saw today that I had to go on immediately and talk about it because I know what's coming. And this is where I get back to the comment from the other watcher that said that I always talk about the same things that I hear. Hold on, let me see who that was. That was okay. Hold on. And suck. Michael said that. Michael Morris. Hey, Michael. So this is what I was talking about. I heard of something today on the news. I did a little bit of researching, was able to verify it. And so, since I know Trump and I know his mentality because, like I said, behavioral science degree. Okay, so I know where he's going. I know where he's going with that. And what's going to happen is that he is going to make it a crime for people to share any information that is not publicly available. It's going to happen because he does not want the American public to know, such as the real numbers for inflation, the real numbers for unemployment, the real numbers for GDP. And I got to tell you, each and every one of you, you should already know that America is in debt like a mother trucker. And he, all by himself, Donald Trump, has run the deficit up by like 3 trillion bucks. So it's time to start understanding that the guy that this dude is trying to put in the office of Attorney General, the guy that's supposed to protect us from fraud and all that other stuff, is actually somebody who colluded with the president in order to steal money from the American people. Yeah, I mean, it's cool from the part. Okay, so Michael wants to get in the conversation. Hi, Michael, what's going on? Thanks a lot for watching. Give me a thumbs up, and I don't care. I'll listen to your conversation, and I will answer your conversation. So, Biden did what he did for Fauci because he knew that the situation was going to come, that Donald Trump would try to blame any kind of questions in regards to COVID, that he was going to always throw the blame on Fauci. Donald Trump, he does not want to accept the blame for anything. That's why every time that they talk about the GDP or the Fed or interest rate or unemployment or anything, Donald Trump talks about how he got it from Biden. He got it from the Biden administration. So quit it. Hey, Michael, you need to really take a look at something other than Fox News, okay? I swear, I'm a good person, and I'm not trying to degrade your opinion at all. I'm just saying Fauci pulled it together. I mean, Trump was talking about fucking injecting bleach. Come on, man. Trump was saying Trump was lying to the American public from the beginning and said it was just going to be over by April. It was just going to stop. It was going to be over. And then he changed his story, and then he changed his story. And this keeps doing the same thing in regards to Iran. Every other day he says he's going to blow them out of the water, and or he's going to obliterate their whole everything they got over there. The story changes. Every 2 days he says, okay, I decide I'm going to let them make it. This is where I'm saying, I don't care who or what party you're with. If you're a Democrat or a Republican. I myself am a Republican. I have Republican views, Republican values, but I do not vote with pedophiles. And I am not going to continue to put my 2 cents in for somebody who is killing children and is following blindly behind Israel. What is that? No president for years has done no stupid shit like that. Bibi Netanyahu's been trying to get presidents for 30 years to join him in a war against Iran. Man, Trump is the stupidest president we got. And who is this dude to think that fucking Obama killed innocents all over the world? Hey, dog football. I don't know about all that. I would love to hear what people that he killed that are innocent. I'm pretty sure he threw some bombs and missiles on ISIS and all that. But thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Appreciate your comments, and I will always answer with an honest and informed as I can be answer. Trump organized what? Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right about that. So, man, more bombs on Trump. Yeah. No, I'm not sure about all that, Michael. I got to disagree with you there. I got to disagree with you there. Hey, Trump has depleted the stock munition stockpile that we have. They have already depleted the munition stockpile that we have. We're fucked. America is screwed. If America were attacked by China or Russia right now, they would be screwed. And they're already being attacked. Major areas have been hit by hacking attacks. They seem to be coming out of Iran right now. So we're already being attacked. The nation is already being attacked. Hey, I'm in Germany. I'm in Rostock, Germany. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, hey, just wrote a book. It's right there. It's called A Crazy Life. Nobody said this shit was going to happen. Check it out. So, but check it out. America is already being attacked by Iran. They're hacking into water systems. They're checking in various areas and trying to attack already. So Donald Trump went over there and stepped on a hornet's nest with Iran, fucking with them. Now these dudes are talking about taking Trump and all of his family members out. So they're all walking around with extra security, costing us taxpayers more money while we're trying to make ends meet to pay the babysitter or to have an extra enough money to go out to eat or just to fill the car up with gas. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Stan. You're right. Michael is somehow lost, or he's being paid by the Trump administration to give up some. Thank you very much. Listen, I appreciate you guys watching, and I seriously love to get into these conversations with you. Really, I really do. Wherever you're from, hey, put it in there. I'd love to know where you guys are from. Like I said, I'm in Rostock, Germany. I was born in Japan, grew up all over America, but I call LA my home. So, and I was in LA, worked in LA for many years, drove limousines for years in LA, and had many friends in the business. But nevertheless, I did write a book. It's right there for you guys. Check it out. It's in my description. You can see it there. Order it. I guarantee you'll love it. It's funny as hell. It's not political, but Donald Trump is in the book. Donald Trump is in the book one time. Um, just because that was a personal experience. I had to throw it in there. And the book is like I said, it's about me from the age of 0 to yeah, from when I was in the womb to 25, right about. Never mind about what's going on with Donald Trump. Let's think for a minute about the victims and survivors from Jeffrey Epstein. All right. I don't know who you guys are, how old you are, or any of that, but whatever. All right, Stan, have a great day. Have fun at physical therapy. I already did mine. Listen, I don't know how old you are. Don't know if you have any kids, but I have kids. I got a few kids. So, and I also have little girls. And when my little girl was 13 years old, for some unfortunate reason, I was not able to be around. And I regret that. Now, my son, he is now 15. I'm here for him. He's there. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching him grow up from beginning to end. But nevertheless, my daughters, I wasn't around later on in some years. Um, but the fact is, when you think about your daughter growing up and that Donald Trump and his friends back then in the late 80s and 90s or whatever, mid 90s to 2000, whatever, whenever he was involved in the pageant deal, in the modeling deal, these dudes were doing it with little girls. And it goes not far enough to say how disgusting and unbelievable it was, what they did to these girls. I mean, the whole range of what you could possibly imagine they did with these girls, from, yeah, impregnating to uh, yeah, cannibalism. There's a whole bunch of stuff they did. And like I said, outside of the Zorro Ranch, or right there near the Zorro Ranch, there's two girls that were buried on the orders of Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. And the Trump administration, the DOJ, is blocking the investigation to allow it to go forward. So the New Mexican authorities are taking it upon themselves. Mm. And the fight goes on in that area as well. The victims and survivors deserve respect because they were victims of criminal behavior by Donald Trump, by Jeffrey Epstein, by Ghislaine Maxwell. And not just that Ghislaine Maxwell should be sitting in prison. And where she is, she shouldn't be sitting. She should be sitting somewhere where she should be doing some hard time. And the other two, now one is supposedly dead. Supposedly dead. I don't know. And the other one's sitting in the Oval Office. So the question is, hey, K-Pin 9. K-Pin 9. All right. So, okay, K-Pin 9. Got a question for you. If, I hope you're still there, if this president is pointed out as a straight up pedophile with evidence and everything, does that make a difference? See, because there's a lot of people that are, um, of, yeah, how should I say, that have no values or morals and stuff like that. So they would still go with Trump no matter what he said. Because see, Trump said a long time ago he could kill somebody on fucking Fifth Avenue and nobody would do anything to him. They wouldn't even arrest him. So if he's a straight up pedophile and it's proven, do you still want to hang out with him? Is he still cool? Is it okay that he's a pedophile and he's your president? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And from my one interaction in 1985, and I talked to my manager and I asked him who that was, and he told me, "Oh, that's Donald Trump." And then he told me about him. Okay, President. Yes, it's okay. Oh, yeah, okay. You question answered there. Okay. He told me about him, about how much of an asshole he was to the people who did work for him, and about how he would screw them over, and take them to court and shit over small shit, over stupid shit, or made up shit, or shit that they made up, that he made up. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you an example. I'm not pointing to any particular story, but I'm going to give you an example. When builders do work for people like Trump back in the game, right? So Trump would go by and inspect the places and stuff like that. And when he'd go by, there are some builders that would damage areas or do something to where there was work done. And then later come back and complain, like even if the builder, whatever, saw whatever damage that the person did, whatever, even if they caught it and they repaired it or whatever, Trump knew that the damage was, or I'm sorry, so the employer would know that the damage was there and then would say, "Hey, you look at this here, this is fucked up, whatever." Drive him to court through this, take him to court, continuance, and these people would end up paying thousands and thousands of dollars for court fees and stuff like that. Now, for Trump, thousands of dollars for court fees is not a lot. So, but for little small businesses just wanting to do business, they would say they'll cut a deal with Trump and say, okay, well, look, just give us less, and you know what I'm saying, we'll take it, you know what I'm saying, whatever. That's the kind of shit that Trump would do. Many of these businesses that he did that shit to went out of business, fighting, because they knew that Trump was fucking them over on purpose. So that was the dude that he was back then. And that is the dude that he still is today. Look at the interview that they did in the press room. What was it, like a month and a half, 2 months ago, when this guy, this ex Olympian, David Hearn, was arrested for. Uh, I'm not sure what the official charge is. They claimed that he damaged the reflecting pool or whatever. Trump made the claim that he cut a 300-yard long gash or 300-foot long gash in the reflecting pool, and this and that and this and that, and went before national TV and said this shit. Listen, this dumbass went and said this shit on national TV. Now, guess what? This guy did not do some stuff like that. All right, hold on a second. We got a comment here from Monkey 17. Yeah. 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 You're right about that. All right, thanks for your comment there, Monkey. Appreciate your comment. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and check out my book sometime. Hey, check it out. You'll love it. Nevertheless, but Trump has never changed through the years. He's always been an asshole. All right. Trump has always been had enough money for things. Trump ain't never had to make his own bed. You know what I'm saying? And so, how he somehow manages to get millions and millions of people to believe that he's cool with them and they're cool with him and all this and all that. Um, he has no idea of who they actually are. Matthew, get off the bullshit. You're sharing my first name. Quit it. Give it up. Okay, no, that's not going to happen, Matthew. Trump's going to die pretty soon, just so you know. Natural causes, so natural causes. I say fillet of fish. Um, Nevertheless, you guys, we got to stop what's happening today, though. Today, the confirmation of Todd Blanche is on the table, and we don't want that to occur because he's not loyal to the people of America. He is loyal to Donald Trump. That, my friends, is the factor that makes it impossible to be monkey. We are here in Norway. Hey, far out. I was married in Copenhagen. Love you guys and love your land. We'll be coming again. Again, I am in Rostock, Germany. That's not too far away. You know where it's at. Check it out sometime. Yeah. Uh, Xylek, thanks for your comment. Xylek says, let's speed it along. Everyone send McDonald's to the White House. I agree. Thank you for that comment. Hey, give me a thumbs up, Xylek, and subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. Thanks for hanging out with me. There is many things that Trump does that everybody is mad about. And not just the stupid reflecting pool trying to lie about it. Janine Pirro is going to be losing her job for this. There's no way that she can go on. They need to just yank her law license. There's going to be a lot of lawyers who are going to be losing the law license. I'm telling you. Hmm. Yeah. If you are somebody who has got a law license and went to a good school or whatever, I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there and say it would probably not look good on your resume if you affiliate yourself with the Trump administration. And if you happen to get entangled with some sort of association with the Trump administration, I'm going to say for you, I'm sorry, my friend. Because many attorneys who went to bat and tried to argue some points before the courts in in lieu of the uh, many, many cases that they have, they lose. They lose, and they don't lose just a little bit, they lose a lot. And what they also lose is law licenses. Yeah, bar licenses. That means you went to all that trouble to go to college and university and to get your law degree, and then you get yourself caught up with Trump, and then you lose it. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? That means you're saddled with that debt, that college debt, and college and fucking Trump done got you screwed out of your law license, and now you got to go to work at Walmart. Being an attorney is not an easy job. Certainly, there is a lot of reading involved. Certainly, there is a lot of critical thinking that's involved in regards to words, documents, and litigation. So, yeah, my college debt's paid for. Thanks a lot. I'm a Republican, by the way. I'm not blaming Trump for that. I'm blaming Trump for starting the war in Iran. I'm blaming Trump for driving up gas prices. I'm blaming Trump for driving up grocery prices. I'm blaming Trump for tearing down the East Wing. I'm blaming Trump for standing up for a pedophile. I'm blaming Trump for being a pedophile. That's what I'm blaming Trump for. All right? So, um, but hopefully life is going to get at some point better for uh, yeah. All right, Mike. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Give me a subscription and a thumbs up. I appreciate you watching. So, nevertheless, our nation is under attack by our own government. As my watcher from before says, there's probably going to be at some point some sort of a civil war there. Because when the Trump administration sends out groups of individuals to round up other groups of individuals, and these individuals are all thoroughly researched, so they know if somebody has a gun or doesn't have a gun when they're going to pick them up. And so when that all starts happening, people are going to start pulling out their guns. So it's only been 2 years. Yeah, yeah, it's only been 2 years. Relax. No, but you know, Mike, if we get to the midterms and midterms go without a hang up or any kind of legal bullshit from the Trump side, because you have to understand any Republican that loses, Trump is going to say that the Democrats cheated. You know? If any Republican wins on a year when a Democrat wins the White House, then how can he say that the election that they cheated in the election if Republicans are still winning seats? All right, so okay, that's why him trying to deny the 2020 election is kind of stupid. I'm saying, or to say that there was cheating because Republicans won also. The Civil War won't come from Trump; it will come from Biden or Obama. People, yeah, no, I don't think so. I've got to tell you, Mike, the situation over there is not good in regards to the people that Trump has already got embedded in the country and in the government. The individuals who go to work in the government right now are being met with NDAs prior to getting their position. And in order to serve in the government, you have to also sign an NDA, non disclaimer agreement or some shit. And so the government that we have is only there to protect itself. And yeah, no, I don't see. Yeah, Mike, I'm good that you started this conversation. Mike talking about the Democrat, where he's worried about the Democrats turning to socialism. and that being more important. Okay, let me throw this out there, Mike. Even as a Republican, because if you didn't know, not all Republicans are rich. Not all Republicans are rich. There are a lot of Republicans that are not rich. However, Trump has always been rich. And so, therefore, when Trump is trying to create laws or go in directions to help certain things, he does so for the people that are rich, the people that are he's hobnobbing with at Mar-a-Lago. Hmm. What did he tell Marjorie Taylor Greene for trying to sign on the discharge petition? He said, "My friends are going to get hurt. You know them, my friends at Mar-a-Lago." I mean, quit it. Quit it. So, and that's why it's important for you to understand that this is not somebody who has had to fight to pay their bills or to pay for their pet care or to pay their gas bill. You know what I'm saying? He's never had to worry about paying a bill. Okay? So the fact is, many people in the Republican Party are not rich. And that's why I have a hard time understanding why America is so far behind in regards to increasing the minimum wage. So this is my bold idea. I'm not in America now, but I would love to come home at some point. But I'm old anyway, so I mean, you never know how many more years I'm gonna hang on. So whatever. But nevertheless, this is my bold plan. So in California, Newsom is pushing this bill, this billionaire tax, or was that New York? Somewhere, New York, or I think in California they passed it. So this is the deal. My plan is this: we take from every billionaire, you guys give up, say, a half a million every year, or a million. Just say a million every year. That's not a lot. That's almost nothing. It actually should be more. It should actually be 500 million. So 500 million is a pretty good sum. So make it 50 million. Make it better. Okay? 50 million. So every 5 years, everybody who's over the billion mark gives up 50 billion. So, and if you're working and you're making it to be a billionaire, then you need to be planning for this. But it doesn't mean that you have to stop trying to be successful. It just means that you have to continue to be successful. Mike's got a comment. Mike says, "What president have we ever had in recent times wait a second, that ever had to worry about a thing even before they become president?" Okay. Um, yeah, I'm going to say like this, Mike, since you're asking that question, I'm going to go so far as to say that that Biden probably made his bed. Even in the fucking White House, that fool probably made his bed. He's an old man. He, I make my bed. I'm an old man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a kid. But the thing is, Trump is also an old man. But see, Trump is somebody who doesn't give a fuck. He treats the people that work in service to him as cannon fodder, like you know what I'm saying, something under his feet. That's the way he is. So, nevertheless, no one was meant to spend their life on minimum wage. That's century. Yep. Yeah. You're right about that, Mike. But life is not what we want it to be. It is a lot of times just a sad situation of a government not willing to make a change. There are changes in the amount it costs for different things. Gas prices go up, grocery prices go up. Even entry level jobs are also taken by individuals who are older. Many individuals now, near the retirement age or over, are taking jobs at these entry level positions in order to help them get over the hump every month of paying out the ass for medical coverage, of paying out the ass for groceries, or paying out the ass for medication, or, what I'm saying, if they got diabetes, insulin, what I'm saying? All of this stuff. And it's a very, very sad situation. And I can tell you from personal experience, my mother has had to pay a lot more now for the medical coverage that she's receiving now. So, okay, man, I've gone on long enough, but today's program was about the nomination of Todd Blanche for Attorney General. We have to stay on top of this. Write to your senators, write to your congressmen, tell them block this guy's nomination. Do not let it go through on the final vote. Tell them no on Blanche. All right? I'm Matt Fox. As I said, I wrote a book. It's called A Crazy Life. Nobody said this life this shit was gonna happen. Check it out. I guarantee you're gonna love it. It's hilarious as hell. Yeah, time to go to bed. It's around 9 o'clock. I gotta take a shower, wash dishes, and all sorts of other shit. My wife is waiting for me. Thank God I got her. Wait, if you guys got family, let them know you love them. You never know when today's gonna be your last day. Have a nice night.